We had a need at our school, in our school community for the breakfast program because of some of our families were struggling, and there was kids coming to school that were still hungry for whatever reason. They didn't have breakfast that morning, and we felt that they were tired and not being able to focus and concentrate on their work. So they started to feed them, and then it kind of grew a little bit more and a little bit more, and now we're full-fledged breakfast program. The breakfast program, I feel like, has turned into more than just feeding their bellies as well. The fact that they can come, they know that it's consistent, they know it's going to be there every morning for them. We play music, we give hugs. It's full-on community. They sit around the table. No one's allowed, even the older kids, on their cell phone. And I have to mention that it is an open door, so it's available to anyone. And I think of everything we've done with breakfast program, that's probably been the most important, because there's no stigma attached to it. And everyone's welcome, and it's a really fun place to be.
It's a very special thing. Some of the memories for our grade 9s as they're leaving, they talk about memories of our school. They talk about coming in and the building smells good. They can smell pancakes, or they can smell sausage or eggs or whatever. So it's a good feeling when you walk in the door and you smell breakfast cooking. And then the kids gather there and have something to eat and talk and tell their stories. And it's just a really lovely, beautiful way to start the day.
We have a grandmother in our school community who has 6 students here at the school. And she, for the last 5 years, has purchased and shopped for all of our groceries. So without that, I just can't even imagine. She's just been a blessing.
Parents donated, and people find sales and donate those foods to us, and then our EAs, and they work together to put it on and feed. They feed about 60 kids every morning. Yeah.
The other part of our program is that we have the students help with the breakfast program. So some kids like to tally, because we keep track of how many kids come to our program. Some kids like to help do the dishes. Some help clean up. Some help serve, not always, but depending on what we're serving. So it's great for everybody.
Servant leadership is key to helping others. That's what we're about, helping other people. But it also helps for those kids who need some basic life skills and need to learn how to cook and how to figure out recipes and those kinds of things. So we integrate that right into the needs of the kids in their curriculum.
You start out very simple. You start out by buying a few boxes of cereal, or you start out by getting a toaster and some bread. And so you start out very simply, and before you know it, you have people that want to volunteer. So then you have help, and then you have people that want to donate money. There's also our church that gave a lot of money to our program. So that's kind of still, and I use that for griddles and equipment for the breakfast program. Originally, it was a few children that we were feeding, and then realized, no, we need to make this for everybody. And when we did that, the children that actually needed to be there but didn't want to be there started coming, because everybody was there. So that was a huge thing.
That first thing in the morning relationship to see how the kids are doing as they head off, and then you can circumvent some problems that might be brewing, and you just nip that in the bud and help them as they head off to class. Yeah.
I can't imagine starting my day any other way. It's their little smiles when they come inside the cooking lab and they come around the corner. They're like, "What's for breakfast, Mrs. Cleves?" They just love it.